Let's bring in our business analyst, Kris McCusker. And Kris, Donald Trump is standing behind his tariff policies. Investors clearly don't like it because the historic losses just keep on coming.
Now, the loss is not as severe today, Cynthia. That's one bright spot here. On Friday, the Dow dropped by more than 2,000 points. Today, it was down by a little more than 300.
So but trillions have been lost overall.
Yes, in fact, $10 trillion has been wiped off markets globally in the last couple of days. So today, part of the problem is the uncertainty, right? Like, is Donald Trump really going to do this? So there was a rumor earlier today that there was going to be a 90-day pause on these tariffs. Then the White House came out and said, no, that's not true. So up and down, up and down, up and down.
Because the markets liked that initially, and then it was quashed.
Exactly. And just to illustrate the volatility, the Dow at one point today was down 1,700 points, and then it was up by almost 900 at the high. So there was a swing of 2,600 points just today on the Dow. The S&P saw its largest intraday range since 2010, and then the NASDAQ saw a 10% swing today. It did manage with a slight gain at the end of the session.
Now, we hear a lot of terms tossed around, like bear markets. How rare is a bear market? What is a bear market?
Yeah, I had to look that up myself because off the top of my head, I didn't know. They're not as common, let's say, as a bull market. A bear market is a drop of 20% from a recent peak, and it basically signals a lack of confidence. They usually last about 9 months. There have been 27 bear markets in the S&P 500 index since 1928. The last bear market in 2022, that was when inflation impacted the markets along with the Russian invasion of Ukraine and then uncertainty over the long-term effects of COVID-19. So this, a very different situation, some describing it as self-imposed.
Let's talk about the dreaded R word, recession. JP Morgan now says there's a 60% chance of a global recession. What does it take to make a recession?
Well, the technical definition is back-to-back quarters of contraction in economic activities. You have to have a slowdown in spending as well, along with job losses. So we're not there yet. And very often we don't know that we're in a recession until well after we've been in the recession.
All right, we'll just have to wait and see what happens next in this an ongoing saga.
Yes.
All right, Kris McCusker, business analyst. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.